Hey Rams fans, I'm Brandon. Welcome to my channel, all about the Rams. I know I haven't made a video in like over a week, and I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully, everything went well with everybody, family, and all that. We did have family over, so I didn't make a video, and then my God, last week happened, and I don't know. I just haven't made a video, so if anybody's been wondering, I appreciate that. If not, it's cool, but we're back, and I just want to talk about why the Rams have been struggling for a little while, and then I will go over the Jags a little bit, but it's just been a mess. I think everybody basically knows that turnovers have been what's been killing us. It's been Stafford, a lot of it, even Goff probably at his worst. I don't know if Goff had three straight games with pick sixes. I don't want to get on Goff and all that. I don't want this to be about which quarterback's better and we should have kept him or that. I mean, it's in the past. It's happened. We have Stafford now. He started off the year as an MVP candidate. Everybody was loving him. Now he's had three very bad games in a row, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be one of those people that, oh, he's trash, trade him, fire him. Like people say, fire McVay. Y'all are crazy, y'all. Maybe y'all haven't been through the worst days with the Rams. I have. I've been with the Rams since I was like 7 years old. That's freaking almost 30 years I've been watching the Rams. So, been to the Jeff Fisher days and, back even worse than that, Spagnola days. And just, I don't know. It's been way worse than this, of course. I honestly would give Sean McVay a lifetime contract. I love this guy. He came in immediately, turned the Rams around, made them a winner, them to a Super Bowl in 2 years. I mean, who does that? He's been a great coach. Les Snead has been a great GM. Of course, they have their hits and their misses, as all people do. And I do think they've gone a little crazy with trying to make it, bring in all these trades. I honestly don't think they should have made that Kenny Young trade. You can just tell by our defense, the run defense is not good. Von Miller might end up working out, but we just keep trading off all our pieces. We keep trading off all our draft picks. So I do think they have gone a little crazy with this. We have to win now attitude because, say, if the Rams don't win it, we're screwed. I mean, if once all these guys are gone and we don't have high draft picks, and let's just hope they do draft well, but let's just say they don't. I mean, we might be screwed for the future, but let's just hope they do get a Super Bowl. But yeah, that's been the biggest thing, of course, the turnovers, three straight games with a pick six. Stafford had a fumble last week. Just the defense is getting down early. The team is getting down early, and the defense is not as good or dominant as it was last year. So they can't come back, and they haven't got the turnovers like they did last year. They haven't got the defensive touchdowns like they did. Darius Williams is basically non-existent out there. Aaron Donald is getting shut down. I mean, I understand the poor guy is getting triple, quadruple teamed, and people have more film on him. So he's not literally Superman. He can't do it all himself. So more people need to step up. Leonard Floyd needs to step up more. Hopefully Miller will start stepping up more. But I really think it was a mistake getting rid of Kenny Young and putting Troy Reader in as a starter. He's good as a backup. He's pretty good in run defense, but my God, his pass defense is terrible. He cannot run. He's not agile. He misses a lot of tackles. The defense is just not what it was last year, which is to be expected. This was the number one defense overall last year. We shouldn't have expected them. I don't think most people did expect them to come in and do exactly what they did last year. That's kind of impossible. Offenses don't even come in the next year and duplicate what they did the year before. It just doesn't happen. There's always a dip. But this defense needs to get more turnovers, but the offense also needs to help them out. The offense is constantly putting this team in a hole. 14 points down the beginning of the game. They're not coming out and scoring early. When the Rams team was at their best the beginning of the year, they were coming out scoring the beginning of the game. They had a lead, so the defense could, just rush the passer basically and just could do what they want with the lead. It's better to play with the lead, as most people know on defense. So the offense has to help this defense out. They have to stop putting them in holes, have to stop turning the ball over. I know everybody says that, as McVay says it, Stafford says it. It gets old where you know what you need to do, but you're not doing it. It's just like when you're telling your kids to stop doing something, but they keep doing it. I mean, eventually you have to do something. I don't think they would ever bench Stafford. Um, Maybe Perkins could get a run. I mean, who knows? I doubt that would happen. It would have to get really bad for them to even consider benching Stafford. But the injury thing is a concern. I didn't like the fact that all this came out before this last game because it does kind of look like it's an excuse for why they're playing so bad, and especially Stafford. He has looked off though, so it could be a contributing factor. But I just didn't like the fact that it just came out all of a sudden that he's got all these injuries and now it's kind of an excuse of why he's been bad. Maybe it could be, but I just didn't like that putting an excuse out there. But I mean, he's been playing. I mean, he hasn't looked like he's been hurt, but you could just tell his production has dipped off. He's not as accurate. So there's obviously something going on. He hasn't been on the injury report. So if he really was injured that bad, he would be on the injury reports unless they've just been trying to hide it. Another thing that's hurting us is there's no running game. They're not even really trying to run the ball that much. It doesn't seem like. Even when they do, like in the Packers game, I think it was like the second possession. They came out like ran the ball with Henderson. It was like a tight formation, and the next play you go five wide shotgun and you get strip sacked. It's like, come on, keep some consistency. Stop going like doing like a jumbo package. Then the next package you're going five wide. It's just like kind of keep it simple the way they used to. I think Sean McVay's gotten away from the way he used to run his offense. There used to be more jets. I mean, he doesn't even run jet sweeps anymore. They do motion, but they never actually run the ball with the receivers anymore. Maybe that's because the receivers have gotten hurt more often. Maybe he just doesn't want to put them in harm's way as much. But yeah, he doesn't run jet sweeps as much, running the receivers. And then also he's gotten away from the play action. Basically, teams know you're going to throw the ball. I mean, you're constantly getting back in shotgun. I know Sean McVay's he has a reputation. This is one of the things that really frustrates me about him. He gets way too pass happy, forgets about balance in the offense. But the injury of Cam Akers in the beginning of this year really hurt us. I think if Cam was here, it would be a different story. Because there was plenty of games last year where he was running the ball a lot with Cam Akers, and Cam Akers is just so much more explosive than Darrell Henderson. Henderson and Sony Michel are pretty good, but they're more of just basically downhill running backs. They don't have the explosion Cam Akers has and the explosiveness to hit like an 80-yard touchdown. So it's gonna cause Sean McVay to be more patient, which is something he's not. He's not patient. We need to have long drives. We don't have long drives either. We're constantly doing 3 and outs, five play drives, trying to get the explosives. I would love to see the Rams do like a 12, 15-yard play like people do against us. Run the ball, do play action, do some short passes, get Higbee involved, short passes, slants. When's the last time this team's run a slant? I mean, Robert Woods was the one who did a lot of the slants. I get that. But run a simple slant play. Slant play can get you 5 to 10 yards or more. Just get back, run the ball, play action, do some jet sweeps, short slants, just short plays, because this offensive line hasn't been as good either. I know I'm going on a big rant, but I feel I haven't done a video in a while. I got to get this stuff out. But, I mean, just try some long drives. Our defense is getting really tired. Offense is killing the defense. We're spotting teams 14 or more points at the beginning of the game. We're not getting up early. The offense is not getting long drives, so the defense is freaking tired as hell at the end of the games. Defense also needs to step up, get more turnovers. So, yeah, I'm getting it all out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think is the big problems right now. Most of them are obvious, but I'd like to hear from people about what y'all think. Is the things we need to fix. And hopefully, another thing is OBJ. He did good last game. I hope he's not going to be injured for this. Well, he is injured, but he's questionable. I hope he can play so he can learn the offense more and get more involved. But, man, the Rams just got to step up. They just got to be better. So, just let me know. I'm going to get into the Jaguars roster and stats real quick after this. But if you would please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll get into the game preview. All right, I'm pulling up the Jaguars stuff, but this should be a game where the Rams get right. I've been hearing some people saying that this is a get right game. If they lose this game, something has to happen. I mean, I don't know if Stafford needs to get benched or Somebody needs to lose a job. I don't know. If they lose four in a row and lose to the Jaguars, something drastic has to happen. It depends on how they lose to. Sorry. If the defense falls apart, maybe Raheem Morris should get called out. If somebody on the defense is bad, maybe should bench somebody offense. I don't know, but our roster is already thin as it is, so there's not many options. That's one bad thing the Rams have done to themselves. They're very top heavy, as people have said before. So their depth isn't that great. So when you lose a Robert Woods, you lose a Cam Akers. The defense really hasn't lost that many people. I think Hollins is coming back pretty soon, so that should help us. If Hollins comes back, I would love to see them play Hollins or Terrell Lewis, maybe an inside linebacker. I think that would help us and get Reader out of there. I think that would help. All right, I'm just going to go over the depth chart real quick. Of course, we will be playing against Trevor Lawrence. It's kind of exciting. I'm a Florida State fan, so can't stand Trevor Lawrence, but it wasn't his fault. Florida State sucks, so get to see Trevor Lawrence. It's been pretty good for them. They have a lot of these. I don't really follow the Jaguars. My stepbrother is actually a Jaguars fan, so hope we beat y'all butts. So I'm actually doing this video Sunday morning, so I hope we kick y'all's butts later today. James Robinson is a running back. Also Carlos Hyde. I think they said Carlos Hyde was going to play more today, but James Robinson is questionable. Carlos Hyde is backup. They have Marvin Jones. They actually have Tavon Austin. Interesting. I'm pretty sure he won't do anything. Sorry, I'm going to kill this guy's name. LaVisca Chenault. Maybe I got it right. I don't know. Laquan Treadwell. He's good. Well, at least he's been good in the past. He came out highly rated. I think it was Mississippi, right? Ole Miss. They have James O'Shaughnessy. I'm not really going to go through the linemen. I'll also go over their stats, too, because I don't really know who's been dominating for them or doing really well. But they have Malcolm Brown, Devon Hamilton, DeJuan Smoot. Those are their linemen. It looks like they run a 3-4. So the linebackers are Josh Allen, Damian Wilson, Miles Jack. He's really good. He's one of the guys that a lot of Rams fans wanted us to trade for. Jahad Ward. And then in their secondary, there's Tyson Campbell, Rayshawn Jenkins, Andrew Wingard, and Shaquille Griffin. Actually says he's out, so he won't be there. They have Rudy Ford and Trey Herndon as backups. So, yeah. Let me go over their stats real quick. The Jaguars are 2-9, so like I said, the Rams have dominated against the bad teams, which is good, but then when you can't beat the good teams, that's not good either. And I think I heard Rich Eisen say that Stafford hasn't beaten a team. It may be this year. I don't think it's in his career because I'm pretty sure he's beaten the Packers and other good teams in his career. But he hasn't beat a team that comes in with more than 5 wins or since the Bucks or something. I can't remember exactly what he said, but Rich Eisen was saying kind of stat that I was kind of surprised about. All right, their stats leaders are, of course, Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback. He has completion percentage isn't great. It's only at 58%, 2,300 yards. His numbers are modest. I mean, to be expected by a Jaguars team that isn't that good and a rookie quarterback. He has 9 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He's been sacked 20 times. What week is this? Isn't this week 12? So, that's not too bad. 20 sacks in like 12 games. So, his rating is a 72. So, I mean, for a rookie quarterback on a very crappy team, they're not awful, but sorry, could be better. As long as 58 just going through, average 6. All right, James Robertson has 654 yards. He's the guy who's questionable, so he might not play today. He has 7 touchdowns, so he's had a pretty good year. Carlos Hyde has no touchdowns, so he actually only has, well, I was looking at games played, I'm sorry. I was like, only 10 rushes. Can't be right. 62 rushes for 227 yards, no touchdowns. So James Robinson, he's their best running back. Like I said, 654 yards, a 5-yard rating. Wow. Let's hope this guy doesn't play today because everybody knows our rushing defense is not good. It's not great. So if this guy doesn't play, it could help us. But Trevor Lawrence is actually their second leading rusher with 231 yards, 2 touchdowns. He has more touchdowns than Carlos Hyde. So he's actually kind of dangerous as a running back. Leading receiver is Marvin Jones with 529 yards, 3 touchdowns. Laviska Shenault has 441, 0 touchdowns. Wow. Their next two receivers have 0 touchdowns. Their Jamal Agnew has one. Like I said, he hasn't thrown many touchdowns, only 9 touchdown passes in like 11 or 12 games. So that's pretty bad. I think 10, 11 games is right. Because the Rams are 7-4, 11. It's week 12. So I'm pretty sure the Jaguars have already taken their bye week. So that would be in 11 games, only 9 touchdowns. That's pretty terrible. So not many receivers are going to be catching touchdowns when you've only thrown nine of them. So yeah, it's not very great. Miles Jack. Let me just go to their sacks real quick. Damian Wilson has 6 sacks. No, I'm sorry. That's yards. Josh Allen has 5.5 sacks. Dewan Smoot has 3.5. You see who they only have 19 for the year. So not many people have that many sacks. Josh Allen has the most, like I said, with 5.5. Miles Jack has 0 sacks. So yeah, not that great. Let me look as far as interceptions. Ooh, they only have 5 for the year. I don't know if the Rams is any better. But yeah, as far as interceptions, they just have a few people with one. That's it. Nobody stands out as having more stats. So I'm actually going to go over the Rams stats real quick. I haven't done it in a while. We're going to mainly look at the defense because the defense hasn't been as great. I mainly want to look at like interceptions and sacks, see who's leading us because Aaron Donald hasn't been as dominant this year. So I don't even know who's really leading us in sacks. It might still be Leonard Floyd. I think, was he the last one that was leading us in sacks? I can't remember. Now it's saying Henderson is not optimistic to play. So, God. We have Sonny Michel. I can't even remember who else we brought in for backup. It's not looking good, guys. Jesus. McVay's going to get even more pass happy than he's already been before. All right, let's just look real quick, especially since Stafford's been struggling. His completion percentage is 66, 3,300 yards, 8-yard rating. That's good, though. 27 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. The interceptions have gone up so much. 246. If you take away the last 3 weeks, he would only have 3 interceptions. I mean, I think he's thrown 2 picks each game, right? Well, last game he only had 1 pick, but like I said, 3 straight games with pick sixes. That is so terrible. That's awful. But his rating is still over 100. Henderson, 648 yards, 5 touchdowns. Sonny Michel, 305 with 1. Besides that, Robert Woods was our third leading runner. Like I said, I mean, we've gotten away from the jet sweeps. We haven't run with the receiver in a long time, it seems like. Leading receiver, of course, Cooper Kupp. He's been the man. He's been great this year. 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Where would we be without Cooper Kupp? I mean, let's just hope he doesn't get hurt again. He can stay healthy the rest of the year because without Cooper Kupp, we would be extremely screwed. Van Jefferson has moved up to second leading receiver with 580 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's been pretty good this year. Tyler Higbee has really dropped off. My God, he's been not great this year. 347 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm not going to go through everybody, but OBJ in his 2 games has 7 catches for 99 yards and a big touchdown he had last week. All right, let's get to the Rams defense real quick. I want to look at sacks. Yes, our leading sacker is still Leonard Floyd with 7.5, which is very good. Aaron Donald has 6. Besides that, just a couple guys. We have 30 sacks overall. That's still very good, but hasn't been as much lately. Terrell Lewis actually has 3. Joseph Day has 3. He's also a guy that we're really going to miss now with injury. Besides that, there's really nobody over 3. That's Terrell Lewis. I already said that. All right, I had to turn the camera back on. I don't know if it turned off when I was in the middle of talking, but sorry if it did. All right, let's go to interceptions real quick. I know it's not great. I think Ramsey leads us. Yeah, Ramsey with 3, Troy Reader with 2, Taylor Rapp with 2, but those were in 1 game. Nick Scott has 2. We have 12 for the year, so it's actually not as bad as I thought. I thought it was more, but I don't think we've returned any for touchdowns. I think that's the big thing is we haven't got any defensive touchdowns, I don't think. Let me look if we have any defensive touchdowns. Yeah. I think that's the big thing is we just don't have any defensive touchdowns. Like we haven't got a strip sack we've run back. We haven't got an interception we've run back. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry about that, but I don't recall that we have. So the defense hasn't been optimistic in that way as to like getting, you know, interceptions for touchdowns, fumbles for touchdowns. Said offense has been screwing us over. Like I said, it says Henderson is not optimistic to play, so crap, we might not have him. OBJ might not have him. This could be another bad game. God, I hope not. Just be optimistic. Let's see what happens. Let's see what McVay comes up with. You need to start being that offensive genius you used to be and pull us out of this somehow. Players also need to pull us out. It's been bad lately. Let's hopefully they can turn it around this game and, you know, for the rest of the season, we'll see what happens. But if I can, I'll try to do a video tonight. I think we're going to go to Six Flags today, so I might not even get to watch the game till tonight. So let me know what y'all think about all this. I know this is a long freaking video. Said I haven't done one for over a week, so good to talk to y'all again. Said let me know y'all's thoughts and everything, and I will talk to y'all on the next one. Bye.